feel like for me, at least, a woman and a man have to be both financially stable before they get into a relationship. Just because I feel like some people show appreciation through gifts. If a woman likes receiving, how will she gift her man as well if she won't have her financial freedom?
Yeah.
You know? What if you want to do surprises for your man and everything like that? Don't you need to be financially stable to do all those things?
I hear that, but the question is there a greater emphasis on the responsibility to be more financially stable on the man or the woman? Is it the same, or is there a greater emphasis on one over the other? I would argue there's a greater emphasis on men to be more financially stable in the relationship, because as what you both have identified, women do require financial stability from a man. They also do require emotional stability. However, there is a greater emphasis on the financial stability than the emotional stability. Would you say so?
I would say it's a balance, because if the man is not emotionally stable and isn't able to have emotional intelligence, then you'll always have problems with that man, because you wouldn't be able to reason.
Because no matter how much money he has, if he can't, empathize with you, if he can't understand you, if he doesn't have time to listen to you, then what is really the point of being in a relationship? I mean, you're getting the money, you're getting the stability, but you're not
there's some
getting
women that
anything
are
else.
content with that, though.
Just that.
Of course. There's some women that... What? You think the woman that's the fit
why-
wife,
why-
you think she's
why-
looking for emotional support?
Yeah, but then that's a shame, isn't it?
No, my question is, why as men not try to better yourselves? Not just try to be the financial, you're not just, an ATM. Try to be also open with your woman. Try to really understand each other. I feel like that's where the emotional comes, and that helps the relationship really. Yeah, because even if you're going through a financial struggle, if your woman knows you well and knows that you're genuine, she will stay.
Absolutely. And she won't just stay, she will look after you through cleaning your clothes, making you meals, like really be there for you when you need her emotionally, to talk about like if you're having a hard day at work. And
But how long can that financial instability last? Like, yes, she's going to take care of you, stand by you, but for how long? Is that infinite? Or is there a certain point where she'll be like, I'm done?
if there's not a point where you're improving, because at the end of the day, you're together so that you can better each other. If there just seems to be a stagnation and you're not doing anything to better yourself while she is trying, I think maybe that's when the woman has to think, this isn't really worth it.
Because I think that a woman will live not only because you're not making as much money as you were making before, but it's because some men do make false promises. They're like, next year I will better myself, next year I'll be in this stage. And they're the ones that are promising you that. So when they're not there and you realize that they didn't put the work that they said they would put in, you really start asking yourself if you should be with someone like that.
And like, are you the right woman for him? Because if he can't even change for you, like, he is not your man. Like, I cannot make a grown man change by forcibly molding this man into like a man. He's got to want it himself,
Yeah. No, I hear that. I hear what you guys have said, and going back to the original topic of conversation about traditional relationships, right? So financial stability is expected from the man. Emotional stability is also expected from the man. However, the man also expects certain things out of the woman. Most times in the traditional setting, it was youth purity, right? Most times men wanted to marry younger women, men wanted to marry women who had less sexual experience. In this modern era, where it's still possible for women to get the financial stability and emotional stability, but it's kind of harder for men to get the purity and youth, based on just, again, not things based on women, but just based on factors of the modern society. Does that affect the possibility of traditional relationships happening in this modern era?
I would have to agree on that. I feel like it does affect a lot. Like, back then, our mothers and fathers, they had different lives. than us, you know. So right now we do have to be working. We have to be working on ourselves. So that does take long until you're actually ready for a full relationship. You might be 25, 26, 27. So the woman that men are marrying right now, they're not as young anymore. But even also younger women don't benefit from that narrative, because many younger men, they're also not looking for a wife. You can be you can be young and be ready to marry, but are the people that the same age as you ready to marry? That's also a question to ask.